Welcome to this Introduction to Business Excellence. In this first lesson, we will be looking at the most well-known business excellence framework, the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program. You will learn about the core values and criteria used in the framework, and how they are used in the review of business performance, and then to lay the foundations for performance improvement. In reviewing business performance, there are a number of perspectives you can apply, depending on the nature of the business and the focus of your business review. There are, however, a number of business excellence frameworks which can be applied off the shelf to enable the review of business performance. In this lesson, we will look at the most well-known of these, the Baldrige Performance Excellence Program. Business excellence is often described as outstanding practices in managing the organization and achieving results, all based on a set of fundamental concepts or values. These practices have evolved into models for how a world-class organization should operate. These models have been developed and continue to evolve through extensive study of the practice and values of the world's highest-performing organizations. Several business excellence models exist worldwide. While variations exist, these models are all remarkably similar. The most common include the Baldrige Award, based in the United States and used in over 25 countries. The European Foundation for Quality Management, used throughout Europe. In addition, many countries operate their own award frameworks, including Singapore, Japan, Canada and Australia. 3 awards may be given annually in each of 6 categories: manufacturing, service companies, small businesses, education, healthcare, and non-profits. The Baldrige Award, also commonly known as the Baldrige Model, the Baldrige Criteria, or the Criteria for Performance Excellence, is the most popular and influential model in the Western world. More than 25 countries, including China, base their frameworks upon the Baldrige Criteria. The Baldrige Criteria include the following: leadership, how upper management leads the organization, and how the organization leads within the community. Strategy, how the organization establishes and plans to implement strategic directions. Customers, how the organization builds and maintains strong, lasting relationships with customers. Measurement, analysis, and knowledge management, how the organization uses data to support key processes and manage performance. Workforce, how the organization empowers and involves its workforce. Operations, how the organization designs, manages and improves key processes. And finally, results, how the organization performs in terms of customer satisfaction, finances, human resources, supplier and partner performance, operations, governance and social responsibility, and how the organization compares to its competitors. The 7 Baldrige criteria are built on a set of interrelated core values and concepts, as illustrated in this diagram. The 11 core values and concepts are embedded in the systematic processes, which lead to performance results. They are the foundation for integrating key performance and operational requirements within a results-oriented framework that creates a basis for action, feedback, and ongoing success. The criteria are built on a number of interrelated core values and concepts. These values and concepts are embedded beliefs and behaviors found in high-performing organizations. The Baldrige core values and concepts include visionary leadership, customer-driven excellence, organizational and personal learning, valuing workforce members and partners, agility, focus on the future, managing for innovation, management by fact, societal responsibility, a focus on results and creating value, and finally, a systems perspective. The first value is visionary leadership. Your organization's senior leaders should set a vision for the organization, create a customer focus, demonstrate clear and visible organizational values and ethics, and set high expectations for the workforce. The vision, values, and expectations should balance the needs of all your stakeholders. The second value is customer-driven excellence. Your customers are the ultimate judges of performance and quality. Thus, your organization must take into account all product and service features and characteristics, and all modes of customer access and support that contribute value to your customers. The third value is organizational and personal learning. Learning is directed not only toward developing better products and services, but also toward being more responsive, adaptive, innovative, and efficient, giving your organization marketplace sustainability and performance advantages, and engaging your workforce to increase satisfaction and the motivation to excel. Organizational learning includes both continuous improvement of existing approaches and significant change or innovation, leading to new goals, approaches, products, and markets. Organizations invest in personal learning through education, training, and other opportunities for continuing growth and development. Value 4 is valuing workforce members and partners. An organization's success depends increasingly on an engaged workforce, and capitalizes on the diverse backgrounds, knowledge, skills, creativity, and motivation of its workforce and partners. Valuing the people in your workforce means committing to their engagement, satisfaction, development, and well-being. To accomplish their overall goals, organizations need to build internal and external partnerships. Internal partners might include labor management cooperation, while external partners might be customers, suppliers, and education or community organizations. Such partnerships may be a source of strategic advantage for an organization. The next value is agility. Success in today's ever-changing, globally competitive environment demands agility, a capacity for rapid change and flexibility. Organizations face ever shorter cycles for the introduction of new or improved products, as well as for faster and more flexible responses to customers. Cycle time has become a key process measure. And the next value is focus on the future. The pursuit of sustained growth and performance leadership requires a strong future orientation and a willingness to make long-term commitments to key stakeholders, such as your customers, workforce, suppliers, partners, and stockholders, as well as the public and your community. Innovation means making meaningful change to improve your products, services, programs, processes, operations, and business model, with the purpose of creating new value for stakeholders. Innovation requires a supportive environment, a process for identifying strategic opportunities, and the pursuit of those that are intelligent risks. And value 8 is management by fact. Performance improvement requires measurement and analysis. The measures selected should best represent the factors that lead to improved customer, operational, societal, and financial performance. Analysis supports a variety of purposes, such as planning, reviewing your overall performance, improving operations, accomplishing change management, and comparing your performance with competitors or with best practice benchmarks. The next value is societal responsibility. Leaders should stress responsibilities to the public, ethical behavior, and the need to consider societal well-being and benefit. Leaders should be role models by focusing on ethics and the protection of public health, safety, and the environment. They should focus on opportunities to excel beyond mere compliance in these areas. Planning should anticipate adverse impacts that may arise and make available the information and support needed to maintain public awareness, safety, and confidence. Also, organizations should emphasize resource conservation and waste reduction at the source. The next value is a focus on results. Results should be used to create and balance value for your key stakeholders. The use of a balanced composite of leading and lagging performance measures offers an effective means to communicate short and longer-term priorities, monitor actual performance, and provide a clear basis for improving results. And the final value is a system perspective. A systems perspective means managing the whole organization, as well as its key processes, to achieve results and strive for performance excellence. The 7 Baldrige criteria categories, the core values, and the scoring guidelines, form the building blocks and the integrating mechanism for the system. The criteria help your organization focus on its core competencies and how they relate to your mission. The term core competencies refers to your organization's areas of greatest expertise. Your organization's core competencies are those strategically important capabilities that are central to fulfilling your mission or provide an advantage in your marketplace or service environment. Core competencies frequently are challenging for competitors or suppliers and partners to imitate, and they may provide a sustainable competitive advantage. They may involve technology expertise, unique service offerings, a marketplace niche, or a particular business acumen. This graphic demonstrates that core competencies are central to an organization's strategy development process. Understanding and capitalizing on its core competencies then helps an organization remain sustainable. It is able to adapt and change its core competencies based on opportunities and challenges. This knowledge feeds back into its strategic planning. This chart illustrates the Baldrige scoring system. As you can see, the total assessment score is out of 1,000 points. Historically, most of the Baldrige Award applicants score less than 600 points out of a possible 1,000. In fact, about 80% of applicants score between 0 and 600 points. The scoring guidelines, which are an anchored rating scale, allow you, in a self-assessment or outside assessors such as Baldrige examiners, to consider what is important to your organization and to assess it on two evaluation dimensions: process and results. The scoring of responses to criteria items and award applicant feedback are based on two evaluation dimensions: 1. Process and 2. Results. Process refers to the methods your organization uses and improves to address the item requirements in categories 1 to 6. The 4 factors used to evaluate process are approach, deployment, learning, and integration. Result refers to your organization's outputs and outcomes in achieving the requirements in items 7.1 through 7.6. The 4 factors used to evaluate results are levels, trends, comparisons, and integration. If you are planning to administer the self-assessment, here are some steps we advise taking. Step 1. Identify the boundaries, or scope of the assessment. The self-assessment might cover the entire organization, a subunit, a division, or a department. Then select 7 champions, 1 for each category in the Baldrige Excellence Builder or criteria. These champions each led a team in preparing responses to the questions in a criteria category. If they have not already done so, have the champions prepare an organizational profile, describing your organization and its challenges. Next, the champions select category teams, and the teams collect information and data in response to the questions in their respective categories. Step 4. Share the answers to the questions among the category teams. In sharing the answers, the category teams identify common themes. Each category team then creates and communicates an action plan for improvement, based on their answers and organizational priorities. Step 6. Evaluate the self-assessment process, and identify possible improvements. Here, senior leaders, champions, and teams evaluate the self-assessment, and think about ways to improve it. To get started, we suggest you go to the NIST website. For beginners, Step 1. Download the Are We Making Progress review tool. And, Step 2. Create the organizational profile. For intermediate applicants, Step 3. Download and become familiar with the framework, and Step 4. Start with the Business Excellence Builder. Then, ready for the self-assessment. To do this, download and conduct the self-assessment. The Baldrige Award framework is the most popular business excellence model used across the world today. Depending on your country of residence, you will likely be applying a form of the Baldrige Award framework, or the EFQM model. You will be able to download more Baldrige Award assessment tools from the additional references. In the next lesson, we will be looking at the EFQM framework.
Want to learn more about this subject? Then click on our website to view the full course. Why not subscribe and get access to free articles and special offers? Join the Global Career Highway now.